Marital facts privilege? Yes. Now, as I explained, I was served? Yes. While at the same time being arrested? Ooch. And after that, I never got notice of court hearings? Yes. And I never got a copy of the supporting documentation? Ooch. Now, there's the possibility that there was some marital privilege that I was denied? Yeah. Yeah. But let's say that you decided to issue the dissolution of marriage? Yes. In what was known as the furtherance of a criminal activity? Yes. Now, I would say it was child abduction and kidnapping. Ooch, Class B felony. And I would say that this arrest was the furtherance of criminal activity. Oh, because this forgery was the furtherance of criminal activity. Ooh. Now, all of you that are attorneys, yes. I just want to know, do you have malpractice insurance? Yes. Because I have been emailing attorneys for the last 3.5 years. Yes. Yes, yes. And it looks like your task force is really not reiterating the whole reason for mandatory malpractice insurance. Yes. Even though I'm not your client, yes. Just reading through what's necessary to become an attorney in each and every state of the United States. Yes. I am your client because of being a citizen of the United States. Yes. See, when you swore that you would support the laws of your individual states, yes, and decided that you were going to become complicit in, ooch, hate crimes. Oh, there's a good possibility that you're allowing for this fraud to take place because you know I'm going to sue you. Now, 2 days ago, we were looking at the actual malpractice insurance of state employees. Yeah. Should malpractice insurance be mandatory for all Washington lawyers? Yes. Join the discussion as a WSBA task force prepares its recommendation. Now, in September 2017, yeah, the Board of Governors created a mandatory malpractice insurance task force, yes, to determine, excuse me, to recommend mandatory malpractice insurance for all lawyers in Washington state to develop a model that might work best here and to prepare draft rules to implement the model. In July, the task force provided the board with an interim report that included a tentative recommendation to mandate malpractice insurance for Washington licensed lawyers with certain exceptions. Oops. Mhm. Now, the lawyers that are employees of the state of Washington, are you one of the exceptions? Pow. Governor's office right now. Are you an exception to the mandatory requirement for malpractice insurance? Now, through a free market model allowing lawyers to purchase insurance from any provider, yes. Could you get me the providers of all the malpractice insurance of every attorney of the United States right now? Because this task force will continue to meet in the coming months to hone in on our remaining issues. Yes. Could you give me the Board of Governors of the WSBA? Oh, it looks to me, yeah. Approaches in Washington and other jurisdictions. Yes. The vast majority of common law and civil law countries outside the U.S. require some form of malpractice insurance for lawyers. Yes. In private practice in the U.S. and many jurisdictions like Washington require lawyers to report and or disclose whether they are covered by professional liability insurance. Only 2 states, however, currently require insurance as a condition of licensing. Yeah. Idaho, the open market model, minimum limit $100,000 per occurrence. Yes. With a $300,000 annual aggregate. And Oregon, a bar created liability fund. Yes. $3,500 annual per member assessment. Oh, $300,000 it must be per occurrence. Yes. And $300,000 annual aggregate. Now, Illinois, well, you remember that hate crime? Yes. We're going to come back to the crime fraud exception. Yes, we are. And the crime against the law of nations. Yes, yes, yes. Because you passed a law that would make a hate crime, yes, a felony or misdemeanor motivated by the perpetrator's prejudice, usually an intense bigotry on the basis of victim's race, color, national origin, ancestry, gender, religion, religious practice, age, etc., and sexual orientation. Now, include a crime victim. Uh, well, I'm a protected class. I'm homeless. Now, it is malicious harassment to arrest me when you know I wasn't in Sequim, Washington. Yes. It is an actual hate crime to use forgeries of those that are not employees of the courts. Yes. I said yesterday, yeah, page 6, yes. Without the forgery of the hate criminals, yes. Brett Baston has committed a very large amount of hate crimes considering the number of times he's been on the docket. Yes. Yes. Now, the $100,000 seem like a lot to you as a state law? Yes. But wait until I go after the $300,000 for each and every attorney of the United States. Listen, you dumb fuckers. You hate me. And I know you do. But I happen to hate you right now. And when I hate law enforcement, I will sue you for all your